Oh, kill me now. I cannot be bothered with this game of football tomorrow. I absolutely can't. It's going to be an absolute shit show. Manchester City versus Man United in the FA Cup final. Possibly the biggest derby ever. City potentially on the way to a treble. United could stop us. It's bragging rights. It's the first ever Manchester Derby FA Cup final. It's absolutely enormous, and I cannot begin to put into words the anxiety, the existential dread that courses through my veins right now. But I guess at the same time, it's so fucking exciting. Terrifying, but exciting. Brilliant, but awful. But dreadful, but brilliant. I can't wait for this game of football. I really can't. We are on the eve of it, of course. 3 o'clock tomorrow, 3 p.m. UK time. I can't wait for it. I will be watching it with you guys here on the watch long as well, so come and join me tomorrow. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. As Daniel said, I just hope there won't be any dodgy referee decisions. Indeed. Hello to Spectrum, to Jax, to Brillo, to Mank, to Daniel, everyone else in the chat. Please do say hello. Please do hit the like button on this video. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. So let's dive into this game and what this game means. Of course, we all know the context of this game. Manchester City are Premier League champions yet again. We've won 3 Premier League trophies in a row, a quite sensational turnaround to pip Arsenal to the league title. And we could win a treble. All we got to do is the small task of being Manchester United in in the FA Cup final and Inter Milan in the Champions League final. We are 2 games away from immortality, from a perfect, wonderful, incredible season. Trebles are not common. They are very hard to do. Ask United. United have done it, and of course, they could be one of the teams to stop us. This is a massive game. It's ridiculous, and I understand those who watch this video who feel that this game is even bigger than the Champions League final because I get it. I absolutely get it. I'm very torn on this. Some days I wake up and want to win this game. Some days I wake up and want to win the Champions League final. I want to win both, actually, and I think we can and probably will win both. I believe in this team, but I am aware of what this game means. It's everything. Like I obviously am from Manchester. I live in Manchester all my life. I live slightly outside of Manchester, but still greater Manchester. So it's everything to me that this city is divided down the middle. It is blue and red, and it will define the relationship between City and United fans now for the next few years, because it's a good chance for them to get a little bit of revenge for us knocking them off their perch for so many years now. And it does feed into the mood in this city. It does make it more tense. It does hint at all that pain and all that suffering. These two clubs do hate each other, and ignore the United fans that you meet outside of Manchester who act like there is no rivalry. They don't know what it's like. Those fans who live in London, the United ones, they care about Arsenal because they're surrounded by Arsenal fans, but they don't care about City because they're not surrounded by City fans. I tell you now for certainty, those Manc City fans and those Manc United fans absolutely fucking hate their rival clubs. They do, and I know because I've lived it. I've been there, and the smug arrogance that's rained down on City over the years when United were better than us, they made us suffer. They did make us suffer, and they stuck that knife in and they twisted it and they put salt on the wounds when they could as well. United didn't let me fucking have an ounce of peace when I was a kid. They didn't, man. I'm from South Manchester, which annoyingly is United territory. So I grew up surrounded by fucking United fans, and it drove me mad as a City fan. I was defending my team as a little kid in school, constantly defending my team when City weren't winning derbies. You know, we were getting relegated and all that kind of stuff. We were watching United win Premier League titles as we got beaten derbies and we got relegated. Of course, occasionally we beat them. Occasionally, we gave them a good game, and occasionally, we were often in the Premier League, of course, but usually, mid-table or struggling. It was often suffering, basically. So for years, we looked at them, and I just had to take it. Gobby United fans dishing it out here and there and laughing at us and punching down at us constantly. And it's funny because it's changed and it's turned around. And it's absolutely mad how much it's changed. And man, I hope your dad's good, mate. Shout out to Badger. There you go, pal. I hope your dad's good, pal, friend. But it's changed, and this is where we're at these days. We are seeing a different mood in Manchester City, of course, with that investment, a wonderful fucking management team, an incredible team that we've got. We have knocked United off their perch. What was it? Alex Ferguson said, the noisy neighbours, and not in my lifetime. Oh, no, it's every single time, mate. Every single time we finish above you, because we are a better side, we are better run, we've got better management, better owners, a better team, better players, and more likeable players as well. We don't have the arrogance that United fans have fostered over the past 30-odd years. So, that leads us tomorrow. And everything that's riding on this game. Now, of course, there are some decent United fans. I actually did a video of one a couple of days ago. Do go watch that. I did a preview over on William Hill's channel with Jay Motti from Stretford Paddock. Jay's the top bloke. I like Jay a lot. He's a lovely bloke. We chatted about all things United. City ahead of the game. Watch that if you want to. Go and type that in and have a chat. Watch us have a chat about the game and what it means to us. It was cracking fun. It really was good fun. We both riddled with anxiety because we understand what this means to the city of Manchester. Like, we are dreading it. So go and we'll give that a watch. And I am absolutely dreading tomorrow. I just am. I just don't enjoy derbies. I really don't often, because even though there's too much on the line. There's too much anxiety. There's too much potential for it to go wrong. And the annoying thing is, even though we're better than United, we are miles better than United. I really believe that. It's just derbies have this fucking weird way of like going wrong, you know. Just when we were about to beat them to win the league, 2-0 about half time, they turned it around and won 3-2, didn't they? When we were playing well, you know, the other month, they fucking had the mad dodgy decision where Fernandes scored and Rashford was offside, and then they won 2-1. It's stupid. You know, other times we've scored them the 6-3s, and we've had ones where we've just dominated and passed it around and patronised them. But it's just never that simple, is it? It's never that simple, you know. Things can be complicated in a derby game because derby games are inherently just fucking annoying. They just are. I'm hoping that we turn up and destroy them. I really am, because we can do. We are the better side, and of course our players have been rested, and I do trust this Manchester City side. That's what's really reassuring, is that I do. You know, this City side have been so brilliant for so long now that they're so focused, and it is a team full of just wonderful players, a team full of winners, and like, to me, that is what gives me reassurance. There's no one who's going to bottle it in this game. You know, we've got players. Like, there used to be some question marks about the mentality of maybe Laporte and Cancelo and people like that. We're a little bit mardy every now and then. Now we have the likes of just, you know, Bernardo, and we have Ake and Akanji. So Ake and Akanji there, who are just like leaders, and Diaz and Stones and Rodri and De Bruyne and Gundogan. It's just all absolute fucking warriors, man, who are going to battle and battle and battle, and they're all happy faces. They're all motivators. They're all brilliant. Like, you know, I think I'm confident about this team, and if we turn up and do what we did to Bayern and Madrid, if we play like we played against Madrid, we will destroy them. But it's not that easy, you know. You never know what a ref could do. You never know if we could waste 30 chances, and they've got quality, and Rashford and Fernandes are the kind of players who can ping one in from 30 yards, and Casemiro is a big game player, you know. So they are without Martial and Anthony, which is interesting, which is a bit of a blow for them. I'll get onto the actual team news very, very shortly. I'll go to Guardiola's comments in a minute, of course, as always, but it is going to be a really fascinating game. We are on the cusp of history, and we can win this. And we've had an interesting time, of course. You know, like you jump over here, like you can see, you know, our form. Recently, we've obviously rested a whole bunch of players, understandably as well, for what it's worth. You know, I understand why we've done that. Brentford and Brighton was a draw and a loss after Chelsea game, of course. So it's been 3 games in a row where we've been resting players. But that was after the last real competitive game was the Real Madrid game where we won 4-0. So that was literally 2.5 weeks ago now. What's today's date? It's the 2nd of June. That was 17th. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago, man. 2.5 weeks ago. So it's been a long time since we've had a really competitive game, which is going to be interesting to see. So let's see how this goes. Of course, United, let's have a look at how they've gone. United, obviously, they finished, I think, 3rd, didn't they, in the Premier League? They had a couple of good results towards the end. Beat Wolves, beat Bournemouth, beat Chelsea, beat Fulham. Their form has been very up and down, but, you know, they're a good side. That's their side the other day. De Gea, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, Malacia, Casemiro, Fred, Sancho, Fernandes, Garnacho, Rashford. I suspect United will play something like De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Lindelof, Shaw, maybe Casemiro, Eriksen, Sancho, Fernandes, Garnacho, and Rashford. Something like that, I think they'll play. Yeah, I think Garnacho will start. He's got a bit of magic in his boots. Rashford. Maybe Sancho as well. Something like that, I think, potentially. It'll be, I think Eriksen will come in, I reckon. He was on the bench, wasn't he, the other day? I think Eriksen will come in. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for them. I don't know. I'm very apprehensive about this. Let's go to the quotes. Let's go to the press conference quotes. Guardiola said, the Emirates FA Cup is so special, the most historic domestic cup competition in the world. When we won in 2019, I can honestly say it was one of my favourite moments as City manager. We want to win it again. I can promise you we'll do everything we can try to make that happen. Said to be here in the final as Premier League champions is amazing. To win the title 5 times in 6 years is something very special. We try to be consistent and work hard every day, but I never managed to win 5 and 6, especially in this country. Every single week is so tough and so demanding. The consistency my players have shown is extraordinary, and I'm incredibly proud of them all. I'm the luckiest manager in the world. And he's not wrong. We're the luckiest fans in the world to have you, Pep. Genuinely. But I love it. He's right, though. He's right. They said next week, of course, you have a Champions League final to look forward to. To be playing Inter in Istanbul in the final of Europe's most beautiful competition is going to be amazing for this football club. Indeed, mate. He said it's the final of the FA Cup and it's a pleasure to be here. It's a final, so nothing else. It should be good for us. If we have to think about what we have to do to win one game, nothing changes. To analyse the strength of our opponents and the weaknesses they have, it's a football game. We can't control what happens outside. You talked about Anthony Taylor as well. That was mental. Look, I know some of these refs are shite, but Mourinho got fucking blood on his hands there, man. Like it's mental. Mourinho is such a fucking sore loser. Like, the harassment the refs get these days is crazy. Like, switch off, man. It's just fucking football. The refs are shite, but just move on. Move on. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen in this country. Pep said a final is special for itself, but against United, the last 4, 5, 6 months are a completely different team. Now I have a feeling from the beginning of the season they're different and they have improved. They're better than we played in the first time with the 6-3. But we do have a fully fit squad, which is wonderful news, isn't it? Wonderful news to face United. Unsurprisingly, everyone was fit. They have been resting them. They've been getting over some like niggles and knocks and all that kind of stuff. And it hasn't surprised me that some players took a couple of weeks off because I think they've been playing with pain, most likely. You know, it's very easy to underestimate just how often they play with sore ankles and, you know, a bad back or whatever, and they just get through it with painkillers. They're all rested and they're all probably feeling good, which I can't wait. They've been training all week as well. He talked about Casemiro. I don't know him personally, but when he was in Madrid, I had info on how professional he is. I was convinced he would not come here for holidays in the last years of his career, and he hasn't, to be fair. Good player. He talks about Bernardo, says he doesn't know who's going or not, of course. He talked about Ten Hag, said represents our profession in the best way possible. Can't say we're friends, we are not in touch much, but I think United have an exceptional manager for many, many years. It says if he does do surprises, then we'll have to read it in best possible in the first 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, he's a good coach at Ten Hag. He has turned it around. That's the end of the press conference for tonight. Look, let's get this out of the way. The team, there's going to be no surprises here. No surprises. I think the team is going to be this. Ake or Akanji. This is going to be Diaz. That's going to be Stones, I think. And that will be Walker or Akanji. It's going to be that, isn't it? It's going to be those. It could be that. It's going to be that, basically. With Stones coming up here. And that'll be Rodri. I don't think there's going to be any surprises at all. I want to see something different. I'll put what I think it's going to be now, by the way. Oops. It's going to be this. It's going to be this. Oops. It's going to be that, isn't it? Do we all accept it's going to be that? I don't know who's going to be... Oh, sorry. Not Edison. You're probably all typing that furiously right now. I've not looked at the chat. But it won't be. So Ortega's starting. Guardiola's confirmed Ortega's starting. Whether we think he should or not, he's starting. So it's going to be this. I think Walker could start too. Do you think Ake or Akanji? Do you know what? I think Walker starts too, actually. I'm going to put Walker in the team because of Rashford. Walker does start. I can't see. I actually think what I think should happen is I think Phil Foden should start this game. I think Foden should start out wide. And tell Bernardo he's starting next week in the Champions League final. Because I think Foden, as a Manchester City fan, in a derby, And this is not about agreeing, Victor. I'm saying what I think Pep will do. Pep is going to play the same team that he played against Arsenal, the same team that he played against Bayern Munich, the same team he played against Real Madrid, because that is a proven winning team. He's going to play that. He's going to play that team other than Ortega in goal. We know, irrelevant what we think, Bernardo Silva has been excellent against Arsenal, excellent against Bayern, excellent against Real Madrid. Bernardo Silva, the last serious game we had, Bernardo Silva scored a brace against Real Madrid, so he deserves it too. You know? I prefer Bernardo Foden on the right hand side for what it's worth, but Grealish is not starting. I don't think Mahrez is starting. Grealish is not being dropped. But I think it's going to be Bernardo. It's going to be Bernardo anyway. Bernardo's going to play. It's going to be this. Grealish is a starter right now. I think Phil will come on. I want Phil to start personally. I think I'd want him on the right, but it's going to be this team, and I can't really see any other combination. We are. And the only thing I'm not sure is if it's going to be Ake or Akanji. I think Ake might get the nod, but it could be Akanji. I don't know. I've literally no idea. Literally no idea how it's going to be. You know, we'll have to see. Either way, I am looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait for this game of football, man. Like I am terrified, but I just do trust this Manchester City side. And look, ultimately, if we turn up and just do what we do, we'll win it. Mark's here with the super chat, you know, just with a smiley face. We'll win them all, mate. We'll win the rest of them. Mark thinks we're doing the treble, and I think we probably will do as well. I'm going to say, yeah, why not? Why not a Man City Classic? Why not 3-0? Why not? Why not, man? But the same, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go 3-0 Man City. I just trust this fucking side inherently. I just do. I do. And I can't wait to see how this goes. I can't wait for tomorrow. Like, come out, City, be fucking aggressive, man. Come out like we were against Real Madrid. Go at them, run, work hard, press them, and we should tear them apart. I think we should do. Haaland is going to score. Rodri to score, maybe. Gundogan score the winner. There's loads of options. De Bruyne. We will see. I think we could do, man. I'm trusting the City side. At the same time, it's going to be 3-0 or they're going to win 2-1. You know, it's going to be like comfortable or frustrating. I don't see any other scenario really comfortable or immensely frustrating. But Madrid are better than United, and we battered Madrid. That was the best performance I've seen for City in years against Madrid. Play that side, that form, we will win it. So guys, anyway, that is my preview of this game. Fuck me, man. I'm dreading this game of football. I will be here tomorrow with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. Come and join me tomorrow. I'll have some drinks. I'll chat away to you guys. I'll go live nice and early. We'll get through the game together. We'll survive it together. We'll be there together. We'll celebrate together. Oh, man, I'm going to get some rum and cokes in for tomorrow, I reckon. I'm going to get tipsy, enjoy the game. It's going to be a lovely day. Come on, man. Come on, you Blues. Fucking hell. Terrifying. Love you all loads. Good night. Sleep well. You're going to need it. Good night. Subscribe. Bye-bye.